New Jersey Governor Phil Murphy will roll out his first budget to a joint session of the legislature on Tuesday. And a lot of questions are out there, especially among Democrats, as to how he's going to pay for all the initiatives that he promised during the campaign. New Jersey certainly has a lot of issues with regard to funding schools, funding education, and our transportation infrastructure. Our own Mark Bonamo caught up with Governor Murphy earlier today. Mark, what'd you ask him, and what did he say?
When I spoke to Governor Murphy today, I asked him essentially, there's these budget proposals out there, including the millionaire's tax, including increasing corporate taxes. So how in the long term is New Jersey going to address its long-term budget deficit?
We need to grow again. We haven't grown. We need to be fair again. We have not been fair. And when it has worked, it hasn't worked for enough of us. But if you do that, you make the state stronger. You're much better than able to tackle your structural budget challenges. And we've got significant ones, there's no doubt about it. But the solutions are within our reach. I really believe that.
Did he commit to raising taxes? I mean, is he saying grow the economy by helping business, and the way you help businesses to raise their taxes?
What I asked him was, okay, how do you feel about going into the budget? And are you, for example, going to do things like how much money you're going to put into the pension system, which is now critical?
We'll give you the details tomorrow. I feel good. And that's not to suggest that that all of our problems are easily dealt with or we can deal with them overnight by any means.
So did he give any specific on what he means by growing the economy? Because during the campaign he talked about lowering taxes by increasing spending on education. It's interesting math. I don't know how you get there. Maybe that's Goldman math. I don't know.
All eyes are going to be on him tomorrow. He's going to have to tell the state.
Thanks, Mark. All right, so I also caught up with State Senator Loretta Weinberg.
Equally important is how we're going to rebuild our transportation infrastructure, New Jersey Transit, the Department of Transportation, because our economy is based upon our geography and our transportation infrastructure.
All right, let's bring in our A-plus panel, Elora Nanos and Peter Brown. Peter, we'll start with you, a local official. Again, Goldman Sachs math, maybe. To lower taxes, we're going to increase spending. To create prosperity, we're going to tax business. Help me understand that.
I think we all can agree. We have a tax problem here in New Jersey. Linden is no different from Princeton, no different from any other places. So what I want to see in this budget is how we're going to reduce spending. We talk about how we're going to increase revenue, but what do we do to cut out some of the waste? What are we doing to invest in our infrastructure projects in order to grow this economy?
Well, I think that it makes no sense to talk about a budget in hypotheticals, and especially pointing out just one piece or just another piece. I mean, we have to look at the budget as a whole when it is revealed. And I think that we need to see things like reducing waste. I think that's really important. And maybe we can talk about increasing one tax if we are simultaneously decreasing another tax. So I think it really depends on across the board what happens, because there may very well be things that, maybe are an increase of a tax, against maybe certain businesses, but that do have a beneficial effect for the entire economy.
I talk to people all morning on the radio and I hear it live. Almost every person has an exit strategy on when they're going to leave New Jersey. Do you think this new budget, given that it's likely going to include new taxes, does that add or help to solve the problem of people wanting to leave?
Any budget that increases taxes on residents is going to cause people to leave. And so what we need is a plan on how we're going to reduce taxes. And there are a couple of senators out there who have a plan on how to reduce property taxes here in New Jersey.
Senator Sweeney not buying into the millionaire's tax. He's saying it's time to put the brakes on that. We'll see. Thank you, Peter. Thank you, Laura. Thank you, Mark.